Somebody a bit, I'm gonna go, and I'm on my chest, I'm gonna go, color flex. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Let me just change the music. Obviously to KDA more, because obviously the track got released a couple of days ago, and of course I've been listening to it for quite a bit. So this will be the little backing track for me and Blue Raven, and we do have him on the show for tonight. Seen here. So this is gonna be fun. Let me just undeafen myself in the chat. Hello there. Just getting yourself ready. Hello.
Alright.
Everyone, right? So welcome to the anniversary brain stream between me and Blue Raven. Obviously.
Hello.
And of course, happy Halloween. And also, apparently, it's someone's birthday today, actually. It's Ravenous. Yes, it's Ravenous Scorpion. The artist who draws the comics of her OCSE with Alistair.
Ah.
Yeah, so happy birthday, Ravenous, if you do watch this. Probably not. Obviously, everyone, we're going to be going through our backlog of our videos. Now, obviously, you see, when where Hazbin is currently at this point in time to, well, right now. Basically, we're going to formulate a timeline, in a sense. Just to see which, obviously, there are certain things, obviously, we can't technically say, because obviously there's not enough evidence of that. So someone, Colton just asked the question, who made your graphics? And you can, I think you can say in the chat, because you're basically, you got a wrench. You're fine for links. Are you not going to say the artist?
What's that?
Are you not going to say the artist who drew your character?
Oh yeah, the artist that drew my sprites for Raven goes by the name of Pencil Tree.
Yeah, Pencil Tree. I think that they are on. No, Cherry Bomb is not going to come back. I've actually got confirmation from one of the actual Spindlehorse staff that I met on VR chat, and it is them. I can actually confirm. She's not going to come back. The Cherry Bomb Instagram account is not coming back, unfortunately. That is officially confirmed. And I did ask for a reason why, and they decided not to say. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I won't question any further. It seems like obviously it was a serious matter.
Right.
Yeah. So unfortunately, everyone, Cherry Bomb's not be coming back. She won't have an account anymore.
Sadness.
Oh well, I can't. It was either going to be her or Valentino. Because they were towing that line. Because I know, obviously, during the Addict music video, people were reporting his account for abuse.
No.
I'm like, oh my god, why?
You're reporting the account of a fictional character.
Yeah, for harassment and spam, apparently. For harassment against Angel, because of his comments. Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah, people were that stupid. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty funny. If you're wondering, the backing track that I'm currently using, Blue, is have you listened to K-pop?
I do not listen to K-pop. I listen to a lot of anime music, but K-pop's never really been my thing.
Okay. Give me a second. I think I actually have the actual track. I'll actually let you listen to it live.
Okay.
So you're gonna have fun with that. Give me a second. Let me just get it ready. Oh no, that's find it. Oh, maybe my downloads. Because no, I had to switch it from an MP4 to an MP3.
Hmm.
And my Opera GX browser crashed.
Oh, lovely.
Brilliant! Thank you, Opera GX! You really fucking saved my bacon times. Not really. Oh yeah, and also on a Bridge Goku stream, I had to play his Fat Nuggets.
Oh, lovely.
So we went. So that was a bit of fun. Bit of fun at my own expense.
I'll be honest, that little pig snort was really cute.
Yeah. Alright, there we go. Right, I'm just gonna get that right at the start. Okay. So everyone else will hear the music also. So I'm gonna go live here. So if you just go there, you won't see the music video, even though it actually no, it's actually better if you see the music video. Give me a second. You're probably better to see the music video. So everyone, obviously, we are sidetracking for a little bit. Alright, I'm just gonna get that all ready. Cool. Screen. Films TV. Go live here. Okay, that should be ready for you. Okay, Cool. Alright.
KDA, should we show them how we do it every day? Kali that girl, Kali go girl, Kali gon' stop, Kali gon' skirt, Kali got a job, Kali got a word. 뜨거워 언제나 don't get burned. 넘쳐 흘러물 than a buffet, 죽여주잖아 like a buffet. 누가 감히 on my outfit, 그 문 열지 마 that's a rock day. Don't give any more cause I'm greater than. 필요 없는 시험들 다 뿐이미. But all of my numbers are talking babe. 부루마법 message monopoly. 눈종이 돈이나 real money 필요 없대. 너네들이 만든 돈들 go get it, go get it, go get it. 더 미션 눈을 못대 못해 그래 너도 그래 cause I got it different.
Don't worry, everyone. He's just reacting to the video. Don't worry, everyone. I'll be fine for copyright because this is copyright free. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Trust me. A lot of people have already done this, so I should be fine. A lot of people have already ripped the audio from this. It's royalty free. I don't think Riot Games is gonna be mad for me using the video itself. I'll be fine. Don't worry. Alright, that's it.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
Not really my style. It's not really my style. It's just like, eh.
Just flashy everywhere.
I will say, I'm impressed with the animations, not gonna lie, but it just the song itself and, what the content was, it's just not my speed.
I can understand, obviously, because there's, obviously, it's a mixture of English and Korean. Even though I've fully translated it already, and I'm doing the comic dub of the actual comic that's released with the EP. But yeah. Okay, so now obviously we're gonna go back to Hazbin. Let me just put the backing track back on. I always love the backing tracks. Nice clean instrumentals. There we go. Cool. Alright, we got that back up. Sorry guys, I just had to divulge, obviously letting Blue Ribbon watch that little video I had downloaded. Do you still have VR glasses or Oculus Rift? I don't have either. But I do, yeah. But I am gonna be investing in a well, I've got work now. So now I'm gonna be working during the Christmas period now, so finally some money coming in on a weekly basis. So obviously, well, at least now I get to get the VR headset sooner. I estimated next year, my birthday. Yeah, but hey, it's done. So now, obviously, time for us to go backwards to the 28th of October last year. When obviously the Hazbin Hotel opened to the world for the first time. Chaos ensued.
Yeah, pretty much.
In a good way and also in a bad way. Then of course, theories started to flicker every now and again. Then you decided on February, I believe? February of this year? To take the mantle.
I have no idea. I actually joined the Hazbin Hotel fandom pretty late in the game. I discovered it in November of last year, but I didn't start making content on it until February.
Yeah.
Of this year. So
yeah.
I was late to the game.
Yeah. I was around, but of course I didn't mold into the fandom until roughly about May this year. So I'm technically more late than you are.
Fair enough. That's a fair statement.
Indeed. Of course, that's where obviously I started heating you up, obviously because you were doing theories. I was doing theories by myself. Obviously, we don't try and plagiarize each other's works, because obviously we respect each other's territory, respect each other's information.
We've consulted each other, hey, I've got a theory on this theory you covered. Do you mind if I do a bit of a steal real quick?
Pretty much. I'm like, hey, you covered that. Might I add more to it?
Right. Pretty much. I mean, we've done that on both sides, so it's not just you doing this and it's not just me doing this. We're both guilty here of doing that. But I'm not gonna forget my roots. My theory videos was not where I started. For those who joined way early back on my channel, they'll know that I used to make tribute videos to characters from the show. That's where I started with the whole Hazbin Hotel thing, because at that point, I was I don't know what I'm fucking doing with my channel. The vlogs didn't work, and nobody's really showing up when I upload, and I was just what the heck, I like this thing, so why not make a video on it? And I'm not gonna lie, the way I made my character tribute videos is essentially a sin of content creators, in the sense that I did not ask permission to use the artwork that I used. Of course, I did credit artists, and I haven't really had any artists that got upset with me for using their artwork because they were credited. But regardless, I feel the not asking the creators for permission is the unforgivable sin of the internet. So
definitely.
That's pretty much the main reason why I stopped. It's I can't keep on doing this.
Definitely. Yeah. Obviously, because copyright is always going to be finicky, especially when delving into that kind of territory. Obviously, the artists, hence why obviously you see me, Hazbin Madness, Vivziepop, we always ask permission publicly. So at least then, in case they try to copyright strike us, we asked for this. You gave us permission. Here's the evidence. We always try and cover each other. Always try to cover each other's backs. And of course, I always do credit artists for when I use artwork of theirs, but only use particular people. You may have noticed I would use people from Spindlehorse.
Yeah.
Since now, obviously, I'm beginning to be a bit more intertwined with them, but I'm still being a more third party because apparently they've been getting harassed again, which I find to be quite sad. So I'm like, I'm now fearing of getting blocked by them for asking for an interview, just a simple news interview, not a job interview. Not asking for.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like a lot of people were confused, like way back in the day when I was still doing the character tributes. They're like, "Why are you stopping? We like those." It's just like, I know you like those, but it's not right. It's not right for me to do. So
Yeah. Yeah, I started off in the exact same route. I started off as an AMV. I started off with Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. I used to be an ex-Sonic fan, so. And then I grab it. And then I started doing a manga dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! Which I believe episodes 2, 3, and 4 still available are on my channel. Episode 1 wasn't because of a anti-piracy company known as Remove Your Media took it down for the intro. Even though the intro is in 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
Interesting. Yeah. Why take down that specific video? Because even though I put down manga dub in the title. And hello, Blueberries. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. We are currently reconciling our checkered past.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think I ever told the story of how I decided to become a Hazbin Hotel theorist in the first place.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so you know how a lot of people say that they won't sleep at night because they're just lying in bed awake and overthinking? Every single theory video I've ever made on my channel has been the direct result of that. Just me lying in bed awake at 3 a.m. just like, what the hell is Vox?
Everyone type simp in the chat. You knew I was.
Guilty simp. I am a guilty simp. So I've already outed myself as a simp. So proud simp over here.
Chicken pass? No, checkered. Surprised no one knows that terminology. Oh my god.
Chicken past used to live a foul, I assume.
Now people are saying simp.
Of course they are. Everyone knows I'm a simp, so.
Yes, and this is why I don't have any husbandos. This is why I don't simp for anyone.
I've got plenty.
Oh really? You really know who I simp for then? Name them.
I've got plenty of husbandos spanning across multiple fandoms, so.
Lamau. Yeah. Of course, I'm mostly partially connected with the Dragon Ball fandom, obviously, because I used to be known as Mecha Michaelis / Insins. I did the change, obviously, this year. Because originally I was doing cauliflower, I was doing Kaba, and of course, Kefla stuff. Okay, someone is spreading Arabic. Chris, can you sort that out, please? I know that's Arabic. Because my sister used to be... Okay, right, enough of that. Thank you. I told you once. Husbandos Popo. Back in order. No. Yeah. So obviously I started much more later than you did.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
right now, currently, I'm overthinking over my grading because my grading for my midterm is tomorrow.
Oh no.
And of
The
course,
only thing I'm overthinking about is the upcoming freaking election.
yeah, you got that. You got that mess.
Yeah.
You got that hot mess. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say this as a Brit: whoever wins, you're gonna lose.
I know, because we know the third party ain't gonna win, but that's where my vote's going anyway, because I think Joe Jorgensen is a better fit for this country than any of the other candidates. I did my research.
Too late, Chris. I already sorted it out. Guy was spamming in Arabic. I've already sorted it out. We're doing fine, Blue Press. I think we're pretty chill right now. We're pretty chill. And Spider is a simp, yes. Sorry, Spider is a simp. Definitely.
Hang on, I gotta sort out my cat real quick.
That's fine. Go ahead, blah.
Loki!
Loki, lol. Okay. So obviously, let's go back to our first videos when we can.
Alright.
Obviously. Again, we start off in two very different approaches to various different things.
Yeah. You think?
Well, because I started jumping into the drama because I wanted to fight it, and I'm like, this is too much. This is too much. I stopped within 2 months. As much as I hate it, even though the drama that happened on the actual anniversary day, God, that was a shit show.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so now we're going back to our first ever theory. So, I'm scrolling down to my stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I just reached my Hazbin Hotel Theories playlist.
Yeah. So my first theory obviously was my first hot take was about Alice's asexuality.
Yep.
Yeah.
My first Hazbin Hotel Theory video was, is Alistair a Wendigo?
I like how we both started off with Alistair first.
I was a total Alistair simp before I started simping over Vox. Like, you have no idea.
Trust me, the amount of people that simped over Alistair last week was nothing but pure gold.
Right.
I was
a new ship in the fandom now.
Yeah, and it's that little sheep.
Yeah, I was just like, now everybody ships Alistair with this little sheep girl. It's like, I can see it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't even know who this woman is.
No one knows her name, and that's the problem.
I've seen, like, just people referring to her as Lamb Chops. And that is what I'm going to call her, is Lamb Chops.
I'm gonna call her Mary, because Mary had a little lamb. You know, always go for the rhyme schemes. Yeah. Of course, I did do also comic dubs on the side. Obviously, I did the one with Lilith, with Hazbin Madness. Then I did Your Mistake, with Blissful. One of the Your Mistake is my most viewed video on my channel. It's got over 250,000 views in 5 months.
I think the most viewed video on my channel is my theories on how the Hazbins died.
Yeah.
I think like that's the #1 theory video and the #1 video on my channel, period.
Yeah. Now I'm just scrolling through which one is my weakest one. I think my best theory that's actually slowly coming true which currently sits at 15,000 views, is my Road to Redemption Angel Dust. I was hoping that my Alistair one that I just did would top that. But hasn't got to that bar yet. But then again, that's been out for like 2 months and that's been out for like a few days. It's just about to reach 2,000 views. And that's over an hour long. Have you actually managed to watch my Road to Redemption?
I think I saw the one with Angel Dust. I haven't seen the one with Alistair yet.
There's a lot more to unpack. It was 21 pages long. It's over an hour of me. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack. This was pretty much a massive gift for the community and for Vivienne. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna drop a massive fucking nuke. Because, you know, it's kind of my thing at times. Like, drop little things here and there and then just drop a massive nuke. Just now looking through my best Radio Hazbin video. Always looking through that stuff. Because obviously I stopped doing full-on Radio Hazbin stuff since episode 6, which was back in July. Back in like late June. I've really stopped.
Yeah.
And then I started doing the quickies because obviously there was not enough information coming out. It was all snail space. So.
Can I just like talk about a theory that just like completely flopped on its face, really? And I addressed it, but it flopped on its face mainly because I made it within like a short span of time.
Yeah.
And I did not watch the particular scene I was referring to frame by frame.
Oof.
And that was my theory on whether or not Husk was an overlord.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one fell on his face, so.
Yeah. Because also Nifty was there and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I was like, and I'm screwed.
That's why I didn't.
And that's why I made that follow-up video in, addressing it. Like, I was thoroughly debunked in 5 minutes or less.
Indeed. I think pretty much the only video that I got wrong was for a name. And that was for Izzy. Because I thought it was Tycho.
A theory that people have been giving me a lot of flack for was actually for episode 3, which is the one where I debated whether or not Vaggie was a fallen angel or an exterminator.
Yeah, because I think I also touched on that in my video about the angels. Yeah, because I touched on a month ago.
Yeah, the reason why people have been giving me a lot of flack for it is because of a statement I made, like, somewhere towards the beginning or the middle of the video where I was listing off the reasons why she was in hell, and one of the reasons I included was a lesbian. Oh my god, you would not believe how many people are assuming I am homophobic because of that statement.
Yeah, but you're transgender! Like, that doesn't make any sense!
It's like, listen, I'm trans and I identify as a gay man. For me to say that Vaggie is in hell specifically because she's a lesbian would be incredibly hypocritical and homophobic of me, but I'm also referring back to the apparently old Christian way of thinking, where if you're LGBTQ plus in any way, you go to hell. Apparently that's old now because I've had a shit ton of people telling me, oh, the Bible doesn't actually say that. Oh, we don't believe that anymore. It's like, remember your roots. Remember your roots and remember where you started, because that is where you started.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how everyone technically started. That's how Alistair started. That's how we started. It's just times have changed, times have adopted, and people are spurging because they're being oversensitive little shits. No offense to everyone in chat!
Right? So, no, I'm not homophobic, and no, that was not meant to be a homophobic statement. It's just like, I have lived through that BS. I am still living through that BS to this day. So it
Oof.
felt only appropriate that I threw it in there. And this was before I got the info that Vivienne based whether or not people went to hell. She didn't base that off of the Bible or, the typical Christian way of thinking. And it's just like, well, that turned that theory on top of its head right there. So, whoop-de freaking do.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, because I obviously didn't go how Nifty has died, how Husk has died, how Vaggy died. I haven't gone through them yet, because obviously there's not enough information on that. We know what year they died, but we don't know how, and that's always the underlying question. Because originally I had a speculation about how Vaggy died, was obviously because the year 2014 stuck out to me for some reason. And I remember a particular bad event that happened in a certain club.
Yep, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah. I addressed it to one of my other buddies who no longer contacts me now, which is fine. But they suggested it'd be also incredibly incentive if Vivienne went that far. So I'm like, okay, it was just mainly speculation, nothing more.
Yeah.
But again, we don't even know how they died. Apparently, many people have said that Nifty's sin is adultery, but I don't see that in her.
I mean, I sort of see it, but
I see major OCD. That's all I see.
And is OCD really a sin?
No.
Because I think if it is, we're all screwed.
God, if me spurging is a sin, I'm already on my way straight to hell, apparently.
Yep. Yeah, I kind of did address that in it's a more recent video, talking about how hard it is to get into heaven, because it's like, okay, we're not going based off of sins in the Bible, where from what people were telling me, it's like, oh, you go to hell based on whether or not you did was like good or bad or stuff like that. And I was just like, well, then that's tricky, because what society has deemed acceptable or good or evil has changed a lot throughout the course of history. Like, if you go back even like 100 years, the morals of humanity have changed drastically compared to modern day. So it's like, what sort of scale are we using to measure how good or bad someone is? Because depending on a situation, there are people out there today that would see murder as okay, depending on the situation.
Yeah, definitely.
So I came up with the theory that maybe it's not entirely based on how good or evil someone is, but maybe it's based on the 7 deadly sins and the 7 heavenly virtues.
Yeah.
And how they correlate with each other. So if you want to learn more about that, you go watch that video. I'm not going to explain any further.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Because obviously very, very soon I'm going to go back into power scaling. Originally I did it with Hazbin Madness originally on Dragon Ball Z. But then someone else directed me to another franchise who deals in, obviously, the Nephilims, the angel hybrids. And that is Diablo. An game series. Apparently, they also deal in power scaling. Of course, I did, obviously, one of the Overlords, and I did, obviously, about Charlie, recently. Trying to find the video. Yeah, Charlie's potential in Hazbin Hotel. So obviously I compared it to Gohan and to Ceres Victoria.
Yep.
Because obviously I'm thinking those two are probably the best prime examples of her personality. Her not wanting to fight and wanting to keep the peace, and not going to lose her humanity or her angel-like features to a shadow. It's always gonna. I think she's always gonna have that kind of conflict. I do think more likely she does, obviously, with how more likely Alistair sees himself a lot in Charlie. There's no doubt about it. I may actually go into, like, obviously about video about the relationships between each character, like between like Charlie and Vaggie. Apparently people have been comparing them to Jack Skellington and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. Trust me, a lot of people see that connection. And apparently Vivienne is a major fan of that.
I can kind of see it, but I kind of can't. You know, it's like I see some aspects, and then there's other aspects that is like I don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't see it.
I'm more like, I think more the musical numbers and probably all that shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whereas with
I do know I do have a few new theory video ideas based on the new Alistair comic alone.
Yeah, I already touched on it in like a stream, so I pretty much already like drug it to the dirt.
The biggest thing that stood out to me was when Alistair was facing that wall full of TVs with Vox on it, as Vox was advertising all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I haven't been able to stop saying Boot Loops or something like that. So it's like, who came up with that, and why is that so fun to say?
I was more really thinking, why wouldn't earth would you price cereal at $666? Did you mean $6.66?
How expensive is everything in hell, or how rich are the people in hell? Because it's like, I would understand $6.66, but $666? Why?
I don't know.
But the main theory I had was with that particular part of the comic where Alistair's standing in front of Vox on his TV, and as Alistair's walking away, it says something like, how does it feel to be feared? And I'm just like, this raises a lot of questions, and this turns a lot of my original assumptions on their head. Because to me, it feels like it implies that Alistair was not always this looming figure in hell. He was not always this way. Or if he was, that was not what he originally set out to do. Or it's not what he's aiming to do now. So, in a way, like, I'm going to save my full explanation for the theory video, but it may assume that Alistair may not be quite as evil, or his intentions may not be quite as evil as he either lets on or as we assume.
Yeah. I actually go into a deep dive in that in my Road to Redemption, Alistair. That's a wormhole and a half. But besides that, pretty much now I'm probably gonna go into more the power scaling, go into the mathematics side, because I don't think not of people know the mathematics, know about the science of this, because obviously it can be simplified to probably its most basic scale of how to scale everyone. If I can scale Charlie, then I can scale everyone else. Comparing it to my old video that I did with Hazbin Madness, and just like take it from there. Sorry, Nurikabuda, we're just currently just discussing a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm also in the process of wrapping up my Halloween special I've been doing this month. So the final video for that special will be posted later today. But oh my god, this month has been a struggle, and my payment next month is going to be just, I'm going to be a little tight on money, and I'm going to have to be very frugal, so.
Yeah. I'm going to be quite tight next month, unfortunately, because money's gone down the crapper for me, unfortunately.
Yeah. Bright side is I moved into my new place and I don't have to worry about it for a while.
And now you don't have to worry about going to a shed.
Right. Right. Well, my parents aren't really shitheads, but it's just like, I want my freedom, I want to be able to sit in my underpants on my sofa and eat a bowl of cereal at 3 o'clock in the morning without being judged.
Yes. Yeah. And of course...
A lovely mental image for everyone that's listening.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So obviously this... And of course, recently, obviously back a couple of months ago, you did a video about Adina and Fitch. And then I did one literally afterwards. I literally didn't even know you already did one on them.
Right? I had just learned about them. I had just learned who they are, and I was just like, oh, okay. And yeah, I think that was one of the videos where you were like, hey, I wanted to report on this. Could maybe you give me a little leeway? And I got to that message 3 hours after I posted the video. I was just like, oh, if I would have known that, I would have held off a little bit.
No, I think that was for Road to Redemption when you did the redemption thing and I was doing the angel thing. Yeah. But I think more likely, probably by the looks of it, my pure speculation, I think Vivienne is moving Fitch, Hatchet, Marks, and probably Adina to Hazbin rather than Zoophobia. Because obviously we've seen 2 of them already in the pilot. We also saw Hatchet and Marks, so it makes sense if the rest join together. Don't know about Malcolm though. He seems to be the Ed. He seems to be the Ed of the Ed and Eddies.
Right.
I can imagine him saying, potato! And Fitch is going, oh my fucking god, why?
Right. It's like, why am I stuck with these idiots?
Yeah. Of course, there's been one character I don't think you and I've never actually divulged into because obviously there's little to no information on her. Rude the kangaroo.
Yeah, I haven't really been able to touch on very many of the more obscure overlords, past Vox, Velvet, and Valentino, because there's literally just hardly anything, if anything, out there about them. So
yeah, because there's not, well, now we got all the ones from the inner circle now. So we have Zestial, Missy Zilla, and Camille. Those are the 3 names. Shame it didn't go for the names I would have given them, which would have been Astrate, Hakate, and Soedwin. Which would have been the actual name of the Privy Council with Lucifer and Lilith. That would have been the original names, but never mind.
Yeah, sorry, I know nothing about these characters. I've mainly just kept it between Alistair, Vox, Velvet, Valentino, Rosie, just the main ones that we know about and have been talked about most frequently.
Yeah, I don't think even Rosie's been talked about recently. I think she's been quite hidden as well.
I mean, she's, I think they've touched on her a little bit in the Honeycast, but in terms of there's nowhere near as much information as there is say Alistair or Vox or Valentino. If you try to look up information on her, you're gonna have a very short list of things that you can say about her.
You're just gonna have the wiki page, and Vivienne and Michael Groberg, obviously the voice of Angel Dust, has always said, don't trust the wiki page.
I do not trust a wiki page. I do not look at the Hazbin wiki or wikis of any sort when it comes to my theory videos, because I've had so many people like, just look at the wiki. All the information is right there. And as I said before, the problem with the wiki is that anybody can change it to whatever they want. And if you see there's a certain wiki page on Vaggy that is like the perfect example of this. There's so many spelling and grammatical errors, and they get so much stuff that is like blatantly like in the show wrong, that's just like, this is exactly why you don't trust a wiki at all, because this page is out there and anyone can look at this and be new to the show and assume that is true.
Yeah.
So, and plus I'm like a huge grammar Nazi, so I'm just like, if I see like a crud ton of bad spelling and grammar on something that is presumed to be at least somewhat serious, I will not listen to it.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, apparently, I've had people obviously come into my comments talking about the timeline about Addict. Because people kept saying it was before the pilot, not afterwards.
I mean, you could say it was like somewhere in between, even, so.
But thing is, but then it comes to contradict the Instagram posts.
Yep. And it kind of comes to contradict the very end, the end animation of the Addict music video.
Yeah.
Where he is actually at the hotel.
Yeah. I thought that people say people like say to me yeah, it's before because Alistair, Husk, Nifty weren't there. It wasn't about them. It was about Angel.
Part of the building.
Well, I mean, part of the music video itself.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm like, well, Baggy isn't there either. So that's completely redundant.
Pretty much. I mean, it's like, and you know, why are we even looking like too much into like which point of the plot it's in? It's giving us information on Angel Dust and his sort of interactions and relationships with Valentino and his job. We're figuring out what the hell is going on in his head and what he's actually going through that he doesn't outwardly show on the surface.
You gotta admit, I was right. In retrospect, I kind of predicted that, yeah, he's a pimp, he's gonna be doing his job, there's gonna be some form of abuse. I just know it, he's not gonna treat him.
Are you kidding me? The moment I saw Valentino appear on screen at the very beginning of Hazbin Hotel in the pilot, I was just like, motherfucker's a pimp. Who am I kidding? He's a pimp. You can't say he's not a pimp.
We do know that Al is a cannibal, but he's a cannibal for venison and venison only. So a deer only eats deer.
I'm sorry, but here's my thing about that whole cannibal issue. Yes, Alistair is a deer demon, but he is a human soul. And in my mind, him eating venison does not equate to him being a cannibal. If that is the way Alistair thinks, then that is one of the many delusions that he probably has in his mind. But in a technical sense, he's not a cannibal. He's just a man who loves his venison.
I've eaten venison like a couple of days ago. It's actually quite nice. Medium rare though.
I love venison. Venison sausage, venison jerky. I've had venison stew before and it was heaven. Absolute. Just my own little 15 minutes of heaven right there. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Why does that one not have any... No, I'm guessing that one doesn't have any likes or some shit. I'm just looking for everything that we've pretty much all done. My least liked theory is measuring the characters, apparently. I'm like, why is that one why is that one why is that one the least liked? I mean, I pretty much worked the mathematics. I worked it from Angel.
I've got to do some looking over here, so. I've made a lot of videos since my first theory video, so.
Yeah, I'm just going through a timeline, really. Yeah, he technically did eat the pig, the butcher. He did eat him after tearing him to shreds. Because he was.
Okay, I'll give him that one. I'll give him that one because the pig butcher was more than likely a human soul as well.
And also, he was about to kill that lamb.
Yep. Oh. I think my least liked theory video is I don't know, I really can't tell, so
Oh no, my least liked video was about Markiplier.
oh
When I first did it. I think it's like people obviously back then I wasn't doing much good editing, and then of course I saw it being spammed again in the Alice cast, so I thought, you know what, I might as well reiterate my points in a more logical fashion. So, and I just did a VR chat model and talked in it, and we'll just hit the call button.
Well, I think like I get your point with how, and I agree with it with you saying Markiplier is not going to be the voice of Lucifer.
No.
I know we all have our fantasies of him doing that, but in the end, it's Vivienne's choice, and Vivienne will not make her choice based on what the fandom says. She will make the best choice that she feels is the best fit for Lucifer, how she imagines him sounding.
Yeah, and I believe the headcanon was Weird Al Yankovic with obviously the mannerisms of Gene Wilder from the original Willy Wonka movie. I do believe that would be interesting. And of course then I started divulging into the archiving scene. Obviously you might have Spinstagrams.
Yeah.
Which probably have more likely been a blessing in disguise for everyone, because I keep everything pretty much archived for everyone to see in case they don't have an Instagram account. And not many people, and many people still say, these aren't canon. They are. They're done by the staff.
And by the way, I have an Instagram finally, after God knows how long.
I'm guessing now you're following everyone. I'm guessing the first person you followed was Fox.
Actually, the first person I followed was Luna, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, she has the funnier post, so I can understand.
But Vox admittedly was one of the first characters I followed, along with Velvet and Valentino and Angel Dust and Husker.
Yeah, but probably because I have all the URLs, so that's probably where you got them from.
Actually, they just started popping up as soon as I typed in Hazbin Hotel. So.
Oh well. Yeah.
But yeah, if anyone wants to look me up on Instagram, I am BlueRaven666 official. Shameless plug right there.
That's fine. Well, because I also have my Instagram down in the socials below, and of course I do have a Discord link, not just also in my overlay, but also in the description. There is also another Discord link to something known as Fandom Everything. I'm currently partnered with them as a YouTuber, so I've got constant communication with them.
Yeah.
They do a lot of projects. Currently one of them, because obviously I'm working on a massive comic dub. I'm working on the I'm working on a League of Legends comic dub. By myself. I'm
really?
I'm directing it.
Oh, nice.
So I'm a Carly. So obviously the one with the whip that's in her hair, that's me.
I'm sorry, I've never played League of Legends, so...
It basically, the comic that we're doing is Harmonies, which is based on that pop group. The comic comes before that music video. I've already got everything put together. I am just missing 3 lines from my Evelyn. Go harass Neko Queen CL on Twitter, please. Go harass her. I want those lines. She knows she owes me lines. But yeah. But I'm not dropping that until Friday, midnight Friday.
Ah. Okay.
On the release of the EP, on the release of the album.
Nice.
Might as well pull a trick out of my sleeve. But yeah, I'm probably going to be focusing on probably Hazbin stuff and probably more VR chat, because obviously, have you watched some of my VR chat streams that I did in Hazbin Hotel World?
I believe I have.
Yeah, because obviously there's been a massive update, like in between in between streams. Like obviously originally it was all dark, it was all dank. And then obviously then it had a major facelift. Do you want to know how it got its major facelift?
No, I don't know how it is, so tell me.
Alright. Obviously they got used to Udon, which was from obviously, which is the new software that Unity uses from one of their other developers known as Stoneforge. But they couldn't figure out the mathematics of the hotel. So I spent from 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 days straight, figuring out the mathematics.
Oh my god. That's dedication.
The one character that was the key to everything, to figuring out the actual scale of the hotel, was Angel.
Really?
Yes, because Angel's 8 foot tall, which is a standard height for a door.
Oh my god. Man is tall.
And also in my height video, because obviously that's my second least liked video, Valentina's 10 foot.
Well, I kind of figured that like 10 or 11 foot, so...
Yeah.
Again, tall. I've done this with Hazbin Madness in Raven's interview with Boggs. It's like whenever Raven sees Valentino, he kind of shits himself a little bit.
Of course you would.
He's so freaking tall.
Yeah. Obviously, there's like loads of VR chat models already of Valentino, of Angel, of Alistair, of Charlie.
Yeah.
There's already one that's accurate to Lucifer. So if Hazbin Madness, if you're watching this, I have the model if you want to clone it, but I blocked you, so I may need to unblock you. If you want to get the model off me, I'm probably... Yeah, join the Discord sequence, it's absolutely fine. But of course, right now, we're currently quite sparse with Hazbin content at this moment in time, aren't we?
Yeah, that was actually something I was thinking about, and I'm not really one to criticize Vivziepop because I'm not gonna lie, she is leagues, ages, universes way better at animation than I probably ever will be.
Mm.
But I feel like in terms of the stuff that she's making, she's neglecting her golden gooses a little bit.
I would say just a tad. But again, also, more likely they're gonna try and do the animation for Hazbin Hotel more likely in bulk. Because obviously that's now under the that's partially under the control of A24. Depending on what network it's gonna go to. That's gonna be the next big question. Just give me a second.
I mean, depending on the network and what kind of a paywall people are gonna have to deal with, there might be some people who used to have access to Hazbin Hotel on YouTube who aren't gonna be able to have that anymore because of the paywall.
Yeah, and well, it's the fact that that Vivienne, well, it all depends on what the contract actually says, really. What the contract could actually say is like one episode, the first episode can be released on Netflix, and then a week later, it can be released on YouTube, or like a day afterwards.
Ah.
Yeah, or it can be released both simultaneously. So therefore, she's technically doubling her revenue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I spoke of that with Gaius Night like this morning, because I'm suffering from complete insomnia. And of course, we will be ending the stream at roughly about 5 minutes to, so everyone can go watch the new HelluvaBoss, because that's releasing tonight.
Right.
So
I was like, yeah, that's going tonight. So
yeah.
But the reason why I say I feel like Vivziepop is neglecting her golden goose a little bit in terms of Hazbin Hotel is because that is where a majority of her fan base is from. That is the majority of her following. They follow her because of Hazbin Hotel. I mean, yeah, HelluvaBoss, people are going nuts over that too, and some people over Zoophobia, but the main majority are interested in Hazbin Hotel.
Yeah.
And Hazbin Hotel, from her end, and pretty much on YouTube as a platform and the fandom as a whole, is essentially on life support from the creators who constantly pump out Hazbin content, such as ourselves, and from the little merch advertisements or the little animations we get here and there.
Yes.
Stuff like the Alistair comic or the Attic music video. Like, the reason why the internet went absolutely insane over the Attic music video is because they got sustenance, they got substantial content after an extended period of time of not having that.
Yeah. And then obviously in mid-August it kind of went flat literally after that.
And so that's kind of why I'm like, when Vivziepop states that she's like gonna be working on other animation projects, aside from Hazbin Hotel, aside from HelluvaBoss, aside from Zoophobia, she's got all these other projects that she wants to do, and I'm just like, I mean, where you pick up one, I feel like she's gonna start neglecting another. I feel like she's biting off more than she can chew in a sense, and even like picking at certain projects that people might not even be interested in.
Yeah, definitely. I can definitely agree on that notion that obviously she is...
Like I said, no hate to Vivziepop. I love her content and everything. I've loved Zoophobia. I love HelluvaBoss. I like Hazbin Hotel. I like the little shorts she's made here and there. But at the same time, it sounds selfish coming from a creative standpoint and maybe from those who don't know it, but you do know where the majority of your audience's attention lies. Mine is majority Hazbin Hotel stuff. And whenever I divert from that, the attention drops and people start losing interest. If I were to cut doing Hazbin Hotel content completely, I would see probably around the same amount of views and traffic to my channel as I have all October long. Like my views have dropped considerably just doing my Halloween special and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I know my golden goose. I know which golden goose I've got to, keep tending to and, to keep people interested. And yes, I do have theory videos. I have ideas for theories for days, for months. But, if I were to just cut doing that altogether, I'm pretty sure there would be a good hunk of people that would leave.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Because I think that's definitely a substantial thing that has happened here. Because obviously, I was reporting on the cherry bomb incident. Obviously, when her account got terminated, I was literally the first because I was warned about that from Liana666, who informed me about this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so an artist actually told me about it, and I was like, wait, what? So I double checked. I also checked via URL. I'm like, oh my god, I need to report this as soon as fucking possible, because this technically has been related, and people are gonna go, what the hell happened? I already had like 3 theories already. I know Veggie Gamer. He also reacts to the Hazbin Instagrams, also, but of course he does it in a more reactionary sense. I do it in a more of a commentary archiving sense. 2 very different mediums. And of course I kept updating it like every so often. Like now we've already reached the conclusion that obviously originally we had 3 options, that either A, that the artist was tired of it, which was probably the least likely scenario. B, this is the publicity stunt for her to come back better, which was definitely not going to be the case.
Right.
Veggie Gamer said apparently that she got killed off, may have got killed on the story, but he thinks that was least likely, and I completely agree with that notion. And 3 was for me, there's the fact that the account was mass reported, and I believe that was the case, and it was actually that's what happened. So actually, Cherry was the first one to pop her cherry bomb. Pun intended.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, because obviously, like, when I first reported on it, my video had like 2.3k. Then when I updated it, it was 9,000. And when I did the final update, it's at 3,000.
Ah.
So I think obviously people were getting to have a lot more questions rather than answers, because obviously Angel posted with some money literally a couple of days after the account got taken down, and people were still questioning him like, yeah, this is not a good look.
You're right.
But again, I had confirmation from Kuzuruka, one of the artists. They confirmed it was taken down, but they couldn't say the reason why, which is fine. But yeah, I think right now
maybe it is essential to the plot of Hazbin Hotel. Who knows?
Nah. It could have been, but I think Angel would have said, and yeah. He would have definitely said something, but they didn't. So yeah. Yeah, I think you should come into the VR chat world sometime, Lou. I think you might like it.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Because they're going to be doing the premiere for HelluvaBoss soon. Yeah, they're going to be doing it there, so I'm going to be drawing in them. Yeah, all the artwork gone, definitely. Luckily, I had Kathy Pryor 42 and some other people who also saved some of the posts archived for me. And apparently there was also one image from Valentino that got removed.
Really?
Yeah, and it was the naked Vox image. But the USB nipples.
Oh, that's great.
And I'm like, I was like, I am not surprised. I am actually not surprised. You can't even show nudity of a fictional character.
Apparently not.
Oh, goddamn faces. Yeah, so pretty much right now we've currently run out of content-wise for Hazbin unless we start delving into, well, the Satanic Bible. Start delving into the actual demons and what they which demon each overlord represents, including Stolas, excluding Lucifer and Lilith.
I'm pretty sure Stolas represents Stolas.
Pretty much.
So.
I think that one's probably the most. That one's the most obvious, but like obviously, the rest of them we don't know which one they technically represent, and that's always going to be the interesting one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know I've got quite a few Hazbin Hotel theories lined up. Of course, I've got my Hell's How-Tos lined up. Certain topics for that. Of course, I'm gonna be doing my own IRL stories. I'm gonna be telling everybody about the major headache I faced moving into my own apartment because, oh my god, there's a lot for me to unbox there. Pun intended.
Definitely.
Hang on. I wrote it all on my calendar. I've written every single upload I have planned on my calendar. So, I plan on doing a full review on Bad Luck Jack as promised, reviewing the Alistair comic, reviewing the new HelluvaBoss episode later on. And other than that, it's like regularly scheduled programming before my Halloween special took off.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm probably gonna do a stream tomorrow, based on the HelluvaBoss. So I'm more likely gonna go in a more in-depth discussion with the audience about critical analysis of it. I think that'll probably be more my approach. Break it down, and I may actually do like a visual lyrical breakdown. Obviously record myself using Adobe Premiere and break down like little references and hints in obviously in the intro song to Hazbin, Alice's Reprise, and Inside Every Demon's a Rainbow. Break it down like frame by frame. I think that'll be interesting.
I honestly don't know if I have the patience to subject myself to that because it was bad enough me having to go slow down the very moment that Nifty appeared with Husk in that montage with Alistair and completely switch around my theory on Husk a little bit there, but it was just like, I'm lazy.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that, because obviously, in the VR chat world, that I helped out, building, me and one of the other developers, known as Charlie, we have been working on Angel's Room, and of course now I'm friends with Michael Kovac. Which it was an honor to meet him, and of course I do keep my distance, so I let him breathe. So at least I am treating him like a normal human being. He is excited to see Angel's Room, and me and Charlie have been breaking down that very last scene in Addict, frame by fucking frame.
Well, I wish you luck on that. I definitely wouldn't have the patience to do that. I barely have the patience to draw new sprites of my own OCs. So
Yeah. I've been pretty much keeping, obviously, I've been updating mine quite recently.
I've been able to tell. It seemed like every few weeks you would have something else going on. It's like, okay, what are we doing here?
Okay, what are we doing? Oh, now you're a snake. Fitting. Yeah. Well, you know what? Just be my own OC, so that way, obviously, I don't get fucking gnawed with copyright. I think it's probably the best. Yeah. And of course, I will be doing merch probably soon. But I can't actually have a store yet on my YouTube until I hit 10,000. Like, there is a store right now, but I can't technically use it.
I don't think you're like able to do merch deals from YouTube until you have 100K. But if you go through like your
it's actually
your own website or whatever,
it's actually 10K.
It's 10K.
Yeah.
Where the hell have I been?
That just went over your head, didn't it?
Everything goes over my head.
Okay.
I'm always kept out of the loop. Nobody informs me of this shit. So.
Yeah, so apparently, like, if you connect it to, if you use Teesprings, I'd buy a Pestilence Blush if I could have that. Let's see.
I'm heading out to my car real quick.
That's fine. I'm just getting everyone. Have a look at this new design. We do have it in a variety of colors. We have it in the classic tee. And we do have it in the other tee. I am going to be getting the skull one on there soon. When I get round to it. There we go. So I do have a shop.
Well, like I said, I'd more than likely be willing to buy merch off of you.
Yeah. But again, obviously these are like in the British pounds. I don't like the white because it clashes with the rest, but I will be working on others when I get round to it. Obviously, I'm going to use this one. I'm currently got the skull. That's currently on my Discord image. I'm going to make that into one of my t-shirts and may put that on a hoodie. May also do a t-shirt of my character being half sarcastic going, "Do I care?" and on the back saying, "Not really," with a mug saying, "Not really."
Yeah, I have no idea what I would do for merch, like in terms of designs, if I ever would do one, because I would have to kind of think it through. I definitely would want to reference
make it like
I talked about getting my molar removed, where I said I was not a Karen, and it was just Raven standing there with a bar over his face saying "not a Karen." I think that would look great on a shirt.
Samara, you said make it like a bread and it looked great. Unfortunately, with how the image is, basically if I stretch it out in the actual design itself, it would say that it's poor. So that's why I made it smaller, so that way it's more concentrated by design. Yeah, so hence why it's pretty much like a little emblem on the shirt. So
nice.
Yeah. But I will be working on more. I may also do another Overwatch one, which of course you guys may have seen. I did an Overwatch one of like Heavenstone. I may do one for Pestilence. May do that actually soon, actually. While I'm watching HelluvaBoss or some shit. Maybe afterwards. Because obviously I'm going to be doing another music video. I'm going to be releasing a cover of The Baddest by KDA. And of course, more by KDA.
I've pondered doing a music video. I've definitely had some ideas. Oh my god, these freaking notifications are driving me nuts. I gotta turn them off. Hold on.
That's fun.
Anyway, because I recently got into playing Among Us.
Yeah. Oh, we need to team up together and find who's the imposter, or at least try to kill each other, because that'd be funny.
I'm just gonna say right now, I am probably one of the worst imposters to ever play in Among Us, because I mostly do let the other guy do most of the killing, because whenever I kill, I always get caught. This is like blatant proof, blatant proof I could never get away with murder. Never in a million years. Because every single time I kill a player in Among Us, I get caught. Someone sees me, or someone sees me vent, or someone sees me do it on the cams, and I'm just like, I can't get away with it.
I was playing it with buddy girl Color Savant, the big Angel Dust VA that does all the comics, and Book of VA. It was actually quite funny. I was Moxie, and I'm very good of getting myself not ejected out of the airlock when I'm imposter, because I talk my way out of it.
I'm also bad at talking my way out of it too. What I am good at is sabotaging. I become a royal pain in the ass once you kill me and eject me out of the ship, because then I sabotage to all hell. I make it impossible for crewmates to do their tasks. That is the only thing I'm good at.
I don't see it nothing. And okay, Doodle. See you. We'll be back soon.
No. I do make a pretty good crewmate because I'm very task oriented. So
yeah, I make a very good crewmate. I think because they also have a VR chat version of Among Us.
I saw that earlier today. I'm just like, no freaking way. That's terrifying.
Yeah, but at least you can also use avatars.
You're right. But
yeah.
As I was saying earlier, I got into playing Among Us, and there have been a couple of songs that I've made parodies of in my head to match Among Us, and I've thought about doing that and like making a parody music video.
Yeah.
For Among Us, but I don't know if I'm able to pull it off because people say I can't sing.
Oof. Well, maybe right, if you give me the lyrics, obviously I want to know what song it's parodied to. I could probably try and pull it off, and you can put it on your channel.
Oh, we'll see what we can work out with that. So I'd have to like do like a full I've gotten like probably like 50 to 70% of one song for sure. It's a parody of Bullet by Hollywood Undead, just so you know.
Okay, I may have to study that one a little bit.
Let me just say, it is the happiest song about suicide ever. It is a very dark and morbid song, but it's got such a happy, upbeat tune that if you weren't paying attention to the lyrics, you would never notice. But at the same time, it's like, that song is so dark. So, yeah.
Just sort of to your voice, that works fine. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It all depends.
Yeah.
And Visor says, also Raven, love your blue wings.
Sorry, what was that? You cut it out for a moment.
Visor says, also Raven, love your blue wings.
Oh, thank you. people like my blue wings and my hair. My hair is bleach blonde, but again, by the way, my hair IRL officially matches my character.
Meanwhile, mine doesn't. Mine's just brown, but my character's fucking blonde, even though technically I've not changed the hairstyle yet, and because, well, technically he's currently got the dyed hair. He's got two-toned at the moment.
Yeah,
So
I'm sort of two-toned too. I shave the sides of my head and kind of give myself kind of a mohawk. So the long bits are bleach blonde, but my sides grow in like dark brown, nearly black.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm planning to go the blonde, black tip approach. So. Again, because I can't leave from GDO. I've gone into Lee way too much. But mostly because of the music. But, obviously, let's get back to Hazbin. Obviously, right now, we're currently in a bit of a quiet period.
Give me a moment, I'm
That's fine.
sorry, one of my neighbors came over to say hi.
That's fine. This is not Imp Sona. This is a Hell Sona. So obviously now, we're past the 1 year anniversary, and already on the 1 year anniversary of Hazbin and Vivienne's birthday, there was already drama.
Oh no. Again?
Yeah. Would you want a body pillow of Akali? I would love a ducking murder of Akali. And it has to be all out Akali. I already have the images. I search up porn of her nearly every single day. Come on. Okay, right, so I simp for a woman, okay? I can't help it.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. I don't judge.
What? She's the best waifu. Everyone rates her as the most sexiest ninja out there. Lamau. Yep, 28 minutes. Well, not 28 minutes, more 23. But
Yep.
obviously, the drama that happened on Wednesday is because fans, even though they had good intentions behind it, they decided to make the whole day Charleston Day.
Okay.
And apparently, obviously, it was flooding the tags for the 1 year anniversary of Hazbin, where Vivienne had to mute it.
Oh my word.
Yeah, she was getting flooded with it, and apparently, like a lot of people, Alex, decided to hijack it and then bash Vivienne. For the yeah, a lot, and apparently has been escalating since. And I'm like, really, bruh?
I mean, the hell?
I mean, I have given Vivienne, I did say to Vivienne, happy birthday on the 28th in my recording. I literally say it at the end on my Road to Redemption. I don't know whether she has watched it, but I do know that she visited the world of the Hazbin Hotel that I helped make. She's seen it, and she loves it.
Cool.
But of course, right now I'm in another drama right now.
Yep, I know.
The VR chat one. The thing with Hazbin Madness that's been dealt with, we've already apologized. So, but we're still going our separate ways. if you're watching Madness, I've seen your post. Congratulations. Again, I'm going to keep my distance, and I'm going to continue on my work. I'm not bothered by it. I was startled at first, but now I'm okay.
Yep. I know pretty much like both sides of that drama. Pretty much, I'm deciding to pretty much like just be a neutral party and not take sides. But you know, of course, whenever you guys just want someone to talk to, I'll be that go-to person. So.
Well, we've got many go-tos, so.
Yeah, and yeah, obviously, you know, that situation is none of my business either way, so.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Last thing before I leave, would you want a harem of KDA girls? No, I just want a Carly. I mean, pretty much I can have the KDA girls when I go to a con. If I could, I'm more like have like if I could, like have like a proper like boombox. Have the actual have this more track on a boombox and play it like around the con. Because I know that'd be absolutely funny. Like a proper boombox. Have this on a CD player and just play it everywhere. Of course, apparently, because even though technically Carly's supposed to have a dagger and a sickle, I think a boombox is probably a bit more appropriate. I don't know, I'm just like an 80s feel, just like holding up a boombox, just going, yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much of what you're talking about, so I can't really put much input.
Cosplays. Because obviously I was supposed to be cosplaying this year. I was supposed to do a lot of cosplays. How adorable am I? You're a filthy rodent, a bridge. You're a filthy rodent, wolf cool. And I know you're gonna pop into the stream going, have you seen it to my face? Because I know you will. Because I know you're admin in my server. Yeah, there's not really much else to really talk about, is there, at the moment? I mean, obviously we got the HelluvaBoss coming out in, like, moments.
Pretty much.
Pretty much clock's ticking on that one. Obviously I'm waiting for that to be on my subscription feed. But of course I am doing more collaborations now. I've stepped out a little bit more. Obviously now I'm doing the whole VR chat stuff. So I'm stepping into that territory. I'm spreading into the comic dub territory a little bit more. Do I need to learn how to edit a comic dub? But apparently I will need to talk to one person, and currently, you know, we're not on good terms.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to get around that at the moment. Because she needs time to heal.
Yeah.
Which I'm willing to give her. But so I'm gonna have to learn by myself. So that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. You and Hazbin Madness are pretty much the only people I collab with. I tend to keep my circles pretty small, so.
I tend to also try and keep my circle as condensed as possible. Also trying to sparse it out a little bit more. But most people don't try and bother me because I'm like, they know I'm pretty much the Eminem of the group. I'm pretty much a recluse. I keep myself to myself, and when I drop shit, I know I'm dropping shit. There's nothing really to talk about. And of course, today also we had an unfortunate passing of, obviously, the original James Bond. Sir Sean Connery died at the age of 90.
Oh my word.
Yeah. And people have already desecrated his grave.
What?
Why am I not surprised? I mean, he said some bad shit in the past, but it doesn't define him now. I don't think. I don't know.
Yeah, the world's gone crazy. It was the whole thing with frickin' I can't remember the guy's name, but he starred in a lot of westerns, and people were going after him. Like, he died in like the 1970s, and it's just like, dude, why? Because apparently he said some like, you know, racist stuff or bigoted stuff in his movies, and it's like, why are you going after the actor in those movies when you should be going after the script writers, because the actor is just following a script?
Hmm.
Because, like, literally, I did research on it, and it's like, I can't find anything stating that this guy was, you know, bigoted or racist IRL. In fact, you know, he was actually like a really good person. He's got a cancer treatment center named after him. He's got numerous hospitals named after him, and it's just like, why would you want to take that away? Those are good things. Just because he said those things in the movie, like, go after the script writers or directors, whoever approved that stuff. Don't go after the actor, because the actor's just following a script.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
So
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else. I'm just checking my timeline just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, pretty much everyone else is just getting hyped for HelluvaBoss right now.
Oh, I bet, you know, we've been waiting a year for this, or, you know, pretty close to a year, so.
Yeah, true. Then again, like, they finished, like, all the scripting back in, like, February, as far as I recall. So, that's what
again,
Brandon
you know.
Rogers said, so.
Yeah, animation takes a lot of time, and I was just thinking about this today. If it, like, took a full year, and if this episode of HelluvaBoss is going to be just as long as the last one, just as long as a pilot, it kind of reinforces the fact that if we're going to get another half-hour episode of Hazbin Hotel, you know, if they were to follow the same formula as what they did with the pilot, of course it would take 3 years for another episode of Hazbin to come out, so.
Yeah, definitely. I probably recommend it probably be, roughly about, I would say, a year and a half until we see something new from Hazbin.
Yep, yeah, so for now it's just kind of up to pretty much like the fandom and whatever Vivienne chooses to release to keep it on life support until then.
Yeah, but then again, it's mostly the merch, the Patreons that keep getting constantly leaked.
Yeah.
Seriously, I think people that do that and just need to stop.
Yeah, it's like that's kept under wraps for a reason. So
Yeah, definitely. And of course, the Instagram stuff, I think that's content. Of course, Valentina has just posted recently. About fucking time, you tool motherfucker! You weren't around for part 4! I was like, why is everything so sparse? You made me paranoid as shit! I'm like, you haven't done anything in a whole month. Where the fuck have you been?
I haven't really noticed because I've spent all this month getting settled into my new place, so.
Well, I've obviously been paying attention, like, because, well, I have to basically archive nearly everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start archiving again very soon, probably, because I think this is probably, well, it's coming up to the 2nd week, so my next one probably won't release until, like, the 16th or the 9th of, November. I'll probably make it the 16th, so at least then it gives a 4-week time period.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think we won't see anything from Hazbin until about next year. Anything major-wise, to be more precise. Which would make sense.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and if they release, you know, another music video, kind of like Addict and something else, you know, that'll of course cause another stir in the fandom. So.
Yeah. Obviously, the Addict music video has actually surpassed the pilot in views.
How?
I don't fucking know.
How is that possible?
I don't know. Apparently, because obviously the animation quality has gotten better than obviously.
Yeah.
But the actual pilot itself have been like pretty much a span of nearly a year. So I can understand from that retrospect. And more likely I can see with HelluvaBoss that's gonna happen again with that. That's gonna happen a lot with that.
Yeah, I've heard from Daft Pina, another YouTuber out of there. You know, he has also noticed that there's been improvement in Vivzie's animation style and stuff. And he believes it's mainly her just taking the constructive feedback and, you know, playing around a little bit and, you know, taking the advice from, you know, people that are giving it to her. And, you know, that's the thing, you know, creators, they will listen if it's helpful advice. If you're just spreading blatant hate and not offering anything useful, of course nothing's going to change because you're not giving anything that they can work with.
Yeah. And Epsilon 8003 just asked you, Blue, do you plan on doing another Grey the Exterminator Q&A in the near future?
This is the importance of tuning into my subscriber specials and any sort of like specials I do because I do make important announcements through those. In terms of Q&As, I am not doing any more Q&As with Grey. I am debating what I should do with them. Like, tune into my wrap-up Halloween special. I go more in depth with that. That's going to be posted later this evening. But in terms of with Grey, Grey is one of my OCs, so of course I care about them, and you know I would like to use them, but I'm not sure if I should, you know, do what I originally planned with 10K and do the Blue and Grey podcast, or if I should just have Grey make cameos in certain videos with Raven in them. I don't know. But I know Grey is not gonna go completely away from my channel. So that's the situation there.
Okay.
But in terms of the Q&As with Raven and Grey, those have stopped completely because they're just a pain in the butt to do overall. So
yeah, and also we need to do our video together.
I know. I've got to hunt down the script that I was working on for that.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a video together on Blue Raven's channel. So I'll be more likely popping in, in a sense. Popping in by breaking the 4-4 if he has the entity skills to basically blow up a wall.
You know, if you send me the audio, I'm pretty sure I can break through the fourth wall.
I break the 4-4 constantly. Have you not noticed? The 4-4 is pretty much non-existent on my channel.
Pretty much. It's like that thing is in more pieces than the Berlin Wall.
Yes.
That was a terrible joke. I apologize.
I had to learn about it. You're fine. But yeah, so right now, obviously, for us as theorists, right now, we're coming in a bit of a quiet period unless we see something on social media that definitely tips us off in a speculation direction. Sure. Yeah.
And you know, whenever like a fan sees something that tips them off, like they notify me within like minutes. Like the fans are very good at just pounding on my door. Raven, did you hear about this? You need to talk about it.
Oh, I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
I get that. I got that with the Addict music video. I got that when A24 picked up Hazbin Hotel. I get it whenever there's even like the remotest bit of news. I got that when the Alistair comic dropped. So
yeah. Oh, and do you want to know why that was delayed by quite a bit when it was already ready?
no, I don't know what happened. What happened?
What exactly happened was actually one of the colorists was a minor.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I actually when the audio clips when Borsteins released a voice tweet out about it, I let that play before I actually go into the comic itself so people can actually hear her side of the story. So I was reporting the news while also was reading the comic and doing speculations all at the same time.
Yeah, I also heard Faustis's recordings regarding that situation. So, I get it. I understand they made a mistake and they acknowledged it and they handled it. I feel like they handled it pretty well.
Yes, and that's the one good thing. I think people are still trying to rag on Vivienne for that. I don't know.
It's like, from what I heard, the minor actually had permission from their parents to work on it. But
yeah,
at
the
same
mom.
time, it's like, plenty of people in the fandom still wouldn't approve. And I believe the team also worked something out to where they worked on the much less graphic images in that comic. So,
which I believe is more likely the first half, I think, because the only page that was graphic was page 15 and 16. It was the last 2 pages that were graphic. Everything else was fine. As far as I'm aware.
There are plenty of people who will take like the slightest bit of wrong and blow it up to be this huge catastrophe and crime against humanity. So
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So yeah, right now we only got about 3 more minutes. Obviously, apparently, DC Boyce has said Lucifer versus Cuphead version of Devil. Who would win in your guys' opinion? Lucifer.
oh, for sure.
Yeah, because obviously Lucifer is pretty much a fallen angel. He has defeated Baal when he conquered hell, which is the actual pertaining to the actual law. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I point out when people ask who would win a fight between Alistair and Lucifer. It's Lucifer. Lucifer has reigned in hell for eons, so Lucifer's no spring chicken when it narrows down to keeping his place as the king of hell. Otherwise, he probably would have fallen a long time ago. So
yeah. But then again, like after him, it will be the second in command that they'll have to beat, being Lilith. And she's probably even more mean than him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No doubt. Because obviously, with my theory, more likely she has an army of performers. Well, a secret army. Which I don't think anyone actually speculated at all, I don't think. Which I find to be rather interesting. But Lucifer versus Hellboy. I'll have to still go to Lucifer.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, even though technically it's the son of Satan and the sister of King Arthur, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
It's also the fact that then Satan is a completely separate entity and he's in Zoophobia. And, of course, we already have Damien. And we've seen Damien.
Yep.
Yeah. And, of course, we don't know whether or not Satan and Thingy are related. And Lucifer related. But unfortunately, guys, that is currently what we have at this moment in time. It is now 5 minutes to. We've got 5 minutes until the premiere of HelluvaBoss that's going live. So everyone, this is pretty much, if you want to plug in your channel in the chat, Blue Raven, feel free to do so.
Alright. Hang on, I gotta go to my channel real quick.
I can probably...
That might take 5 minutes because I'm pressing all the wrong buttons.
I'll get it. I'll get you. I got you. I got you. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Alright. So everyone, thank you very much for everyone for attending this stream. Again, in a few minutes time, Vivziepop will be dropping HelluvaBoss. There are 8 episodes. We don't know when exactly the next one's coming out. But do stay tuned for tomorrow, 7 p.m. Greenwich Mountain Time, as your clocks will be going back, America.
Yep.
So, I will be discussing HelluvaBoss tomorrow in more greater detail once I've watched it live at the VR chat world. If you go to the VR chat world, it'll be the one by Rosie under the Hazbin Hotel. So everyone...
Yep, I'll be reporting on the new HelluvaBoss episode later on, so...
Yeah. So everyone, this is pretty much Radio Hazbin tuning out for now. Bye-bye!
Bye!